Hey guys, thanks for watching as always. Today I'm doing a quick video on a new way to rig a Softvibe. Now this might be one of the most absurd things that you've seen, but please hear me out here. It might actually change the way that you fish and improve your hookup rate and reduce the amount of times that you actually lose your Softvibes on the bottom. Now, one of the things that is kind of synonymous with the Softvibes is that they can be quite expensive, especially your FLT Transams. They're very dear, around 30 Australian dollars sometimes. So that's pretty dear to lose. So they obviously come with standard trebles, and I've been upgrading them with decoy YW77s. They've been improving my hookup rate substantially, especially on barramundi. We still have the problem that those trebles sit on the bottom of the lure. You hop that lure over the bottom and it gets snagged fairly often. Buys you a goodbye to your $30. So I wanted to see if there was a way to actually reduce that from happening, and I thought, well, essentially it is a form of a soft plastic. It's got the weight and it's got the soft plastic mold around it. It'd be great if we could come up with a way that the hook actually comes out of the back on the top here. Obviously the problem that you'll have is that the action of the lure cannot be altered too much. That was a difficult thing to work around. So I had been looking around in my tackle box to see if I could find anything, and I eventually did find something. And it's actually a hook that's made by VMC for an entirely different lure. That's it's called the Fiiish Black Minnow. It's not available in Australia or the US, I believe. And Fiiish did made this product and worked together with VMC to develop a hook. I'll leave that for a completely different story. Point is, they came up with a weedless hook that has an eye that's pretty low. Instead of sitting up, further up, it actually sits pretty low. It's because they've designed their the weighted head for that soft plastic in a way that requires that eye to sit pretty low on the hook. So that was actually quite convenient. Now I've got a bigger hook here than I'm actually using for them. Just to give you an example, that hook eye actually would sit flat on the top of the lure, would go through the soft plastic body into the tail here and pop out. Now I've used a bigger hook here. This is for a different size black minnow than is actually usable for the 95mm Softvibe, which is probably the most commonly used size. They make them small, like as they make different size black minnows. And this is the, I believe, the hook for the 120mm version of the black minnow, the number 3 tail. As you can see, it fits fairly well. Now obviously I was a bit dubious on doing this because, you know, how is it going to result in the action? If there's going to be any difference. And yeah, there is a slight difference to it when you actually fish the lure with trebles. Obviously, these would be your normal attachment points. But that action was still very, very good, and I've caught a lot of fish on it. I have been fishing it over the bottom a lot. Haven't lost a whole lot of lures. Definitely not in contrast if I'd be using trebles instead. And yeah, the hookup ratio was fantastic, better than with trebles. And it allowed me to, I was more confident in fishing it around snags, mangroves, rock piles, etc. So that was really good. It's good for your wallet, that's for sure. Now these hooks, if you're in Australia, which is probably the country that uses Softvibes more than any other country, they're a bit difficult to get. You have to probably get them from overseas, but they're pretty cheap. I think they go for a couple of dollars a packet. There's only 4 of them in the packet, but at the end of the day, you know, that's still 4 Softvibes that you can use them for. So yeah, that's just a quick idea of what I'll be setting up with. Now, what I do have to tell you is that you do have to open up the eye of the hook to actually get it around the eye of the lure, and then clamp it down with pliers again. That's a little bit tricky. You have to get the right tools for it, but after that it's pretty straightforward. It definitely increases your hookup ratio, I'll say it again. And I think it also definitely reduces your chance of losing your lure. So, still might think that I'm crazy for doing it this way, and it might look ridiculous, but it's helped me a lot, and I figured it might be worth sharing. So I hope this helped a lot, guys, and if there's any questions in relation to the hooks, or where to get them from, or the size, or whatever, let us know. Send a comment or a message, and we'll be sure to answer it. So thanks for watching, guys.